let's play a game. In just a second, you're going to hear people reacting to something. First, tell me what reaction they're having. Then, try to imagine what they're looking at. Ready? Here we go. So, what were they doing? Why, of course, they were laughing. That's easy. But what do you think they were laughing at? Go ahead, shout it out. A funny video? I hear someone telling jokes or falling down on purpose or making funny faces. Good answers. Here, try another one. Ready? Listen up. So what do you think? Did you say they were frightened or scared? Yep. So what do you think was scaring them? Go ahead, call out your answers. Yep, could be a scary movie, or maybe they're in a haunted funhouse, or the dark, creepy woods. But what if I told you both groups of people were looking at the exact same thing?
Huh?
What could it be? What's something that could have some people laughing and others scared? Did you say clowns? Yep. Clowns, just like those you find at the circus, children's birthday parties, or selling fast food hamburgers, can cause some people to howl with laughter. And others to scream with fright. How do they make you feel? Do you find clowns funny or scary? Or both? Either way, when did clowns first start? Why do clowns exist? And what's with those big shoes? It is time for another whiff of science on
Who smarted? Who's smarted? Who's smart? Is it you? Is it me? Is it science or history? Listen up, everyone. We make smarting lots of fun on Who's Smarted.
Hey Gabe, what you doing?
Trying to juggle. It's not easy.
Nope. So why the sudden interest in juggling?
I'm trying to learn more about clowns.
You want to be a clown?
No, but according to my English teacher, I already am one. A class clown.
I see. And what made him say that?
Put a whoopee cushion on his seat.
Oh boy.
Everyone laughed, except the teacher. Now he's making me do a report on clowns.
Well, you're in luck. My friend Buddy is a professional clown. He can tell you everything you need to know about clowns.
Really? Can we go see Buddy now?
Nope, but we can Zoom. I'll just send him an invite and... Oh, here he is. Gabe, meet my buddy, Buddy the Clown. Buddy, meet Gabe, class clown.
Nice meeting you, Buddy.
Hey, nice meeting you. And for the record, I started out as a class clown too.
Me too. Really, me too.
Cool. Buddy, I'm digging your rainbow hair, white makeup, and red nose.
Don't forget my big shoes.
How do you keep from tripping over them?
I don't. And people love it. The harder I fall, the harder they laugh.
Hey, Buddy, can you tell Gabe how clowns first came to be?
Sure. Clowns and clowning go way back. The first documented clowns date back to Egypt in 2500 BC. Clowns were brought in to make the pharaohs laugh. In fact, we know about them because clowns were recorded in Egyptian hieroglyphs.
Hieroglyphics?
Symbols and signs that make up part of the Egyptian writing system. Hieroglyphs were often drawn and carved into the walls of pyramids and tombs. Those clowns are forever etched into Egyptian history.
Wow.
Pretty cool, right? But there are records of clowns in other parts of the ancient world too, like in China, Greece, and Rome. In Greece, clowns were short and bald and stuffed their clothes to look much bigger than they were. In Rome, they wore pointy hats and were even called stupidus.
Stupidus? That sounds not very nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you wanted to be a clown back in the old days, you had to get used to being called both fun words and not so fun words.
Hey, Smarty Pants, what words can you think of to describe clowns? Go ahead, shout them out. Here are some that we came up with. Let's see if any match what you came up with. Did you say funny, silly, crazy? How about mischievous? Do you know what mischievous means? It means being a troublemaker, but in a playful way.
Hey, that's me. I'm mischievous.
Unfortunately, words like fool and buffoon also came to describe clowns. Those are not so nice words. But there's a reason for this, and it has to do with the purpose of clowns.
Yeah, that was my next question. How come clowns exist?
In ancient times, there was a lot of war and strife, and life was really hard. People needed a way to have fun and laugh. Clowns were brought in for entertainment, but they also used to make fun of the people in power. It was through the art of comedy that clowns could mock and poke fun of the very same pharaohs and kings that they were entertaining, without fear of being punished or imprisoned for it.
Sort of like what we call a roast today. Making fun of someone or something, but not in a mean way. In the end, even the person you're mocking laughs at it. Usually.
Yes, exactly. There was an ancient Chinese court clown named Yutze, who was the only person who could make fun of Emperor Qin Shi Huang's plan to paint the Great Wall.
Did clowns only perform for queens, kings, and emperors?
Specific clowns or jesters performed for royalty, but other clowns performed in front of all kinds of audiences and put themselves in ridiculous situations, using their bodies and facial expressions to make people laugh. Clowns were so popular, you could find them anywhere in the world. They made their way to Italy, England, and eventually to America. But by the time they got to America in the 19th century, their role had changed.
Another role of clowns was to show the not-so-great side of humans. Clowns made people laugh because they went to extremes. They ate too much, they drank too much, they did crazy things, and they acted plain silly.
In the 18th and 19th centuries, the pantomime clown was the most recognizable type of clown in Europe and Britain.
Smarty Pants, do you know what pantomime means? Does it mean A, wearing huge pants?
Anybody got a belt?
B, singing funny songs?
Look at me, I'm Bozo the Clown.
Or C, expressing yourself without speaking a word?
Hey, I think he's climbing an invisible rope.
If you said C, you're right.
Pantomime means using your face and body to silently act something out.
Oh, like when someone pretends to be blocked by an invisible wall. Or trapped inside a box.
Exactly. The most famous pantomime clown was the English actor Joseph Grimaldi. He's considered the first modern clown because he started the white face paint trend. He also added red to his cheeks, crazy colorful costumes, and a blue mohawk. He called himself Joey, which became a traditional name in the clown world. To this day, some clowns refer to themselves as Joeys. Around the same time, actor Jean-Gaspard de Bureau was the best-known clown in Paris, using the stage name Pierrot. Like Joey, he painted his face white, but also added unique touches like ruby red lips and black eyebrows.
That's so cool. But wait, if people loved being entertained by clowns back then, when did they start becoming scary?
Good question, kid. The truth is, clowns have always been a little scary. They revealed the naughty and foolish side of human nature, which can be a little darker. They also became a little scarier after people heard that famous clowns like Joey or Pierrot were actually unhappy people in real life. Since then, clowns made some people nervous, and others even saw them as monsters or villains.
Like the Joker and Batman?
Exactly. Did you know there are so many people who are so afraid of clowns, they invented a word to describe their fear? It's called coulrophobia, an extreme fear of clowns.
I'm not afraid of clowns.
That's good. Once clowns reached America's shores in the late 19th century, they took on other emotions. We started seeing sad clowns like Emmett Kelly, who was known as Weary Willie. Kelly's clown character was remembered for his never-ending frown and his dirty, poor-looking clothes.
That's sad.
Yeah, which is why they invented something to brighten things up. The 19th century brought the invention of the big top circus, and clowns became an important part of that world. They did crazy and scary stunts that thrilled audiences and made them laugh at their slapstick routines.
And with the circus came a whole mix of clown types: funny, daring, zany, and some scary ones.
But things continue to change for clowns. After a long reputation of being scary, happy clowns came roaring back in 1950s and 60s America with the invention of the television. People tuned in every day to smile at fun, happy clowns like Clarabelle from Howdy Doody Show and Bozo the Clown.
Clarabelle, Bozo the Clown, those names don't ring a bell.
Yeah, that's before your time. But there's one super famous clown I know you'll know.
Same goes for all you listening. So who's the most famous clown you can think of? We'll reveal the answer right after this quick break. And we're back. So, who would you say is the most famous clown? Hint, hint, he loves burgers and fries.
Hey, I know. It's Ronald McDonald, of course.
That's right. Ronald McDonald got his start in 1963 as Ronald McDonald the Hamburger Happy Clown. He could magically pull hamburgers out of his belt. He had a McDonald's cup as a nose, and his hat was a tray holding a styrofoam burger, a bag of fries, and a shake.
Obviously, he looks much different now, but Ronald is still clowning around.
Obviously, I know how to be a class clown, but how do you become a professional clown?
Easy. You go to clown school.
Clown school?
Yep, there's lots of them. The most famous was the Clown College created by the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus.
What do they teach you at Clown College?
From 1968 until the college closed in 1997, they taught thousands of clowns their specific method of putting on makeup, juggling, pantomiming,
No, I think he's ringing a bell.
stilt walking, costume design, and acrobats. They studied the films of famous comic actors like Charlie Chaplin, who was known for his sad clown character, the Little Tramp. If you ever get a chance, watch some of his silent films. He was a genius.
Wow, maybe I'll become a clown one day. Not just a class clown.
Sure, take a seat. I'll tell you more.
You got it. Oh man, you got me with my own whoopee cushion.
Told you we were class clowns too. Big shout out to Asher in Wellesley, Massachusetts. Thanks so much for listening to Who Smarted, Asher. This episode, Clowns, was written by Yudi Pak and voiced by Colin Cameron, Taya Garland, and Jerry Colbert. Additional voices, technical direction, and sound design by Josh Hahn. Who Smarted is recorded and mixed at the Relic Room Studios. Our associate producer is Max Kamaski. The theme song is by Brian Suarez. Lyrics are written and performed by Adam Tex Davis. Who Smarted was created and produced by Adam Tex Davis and Jerry Colbert. This is an Atomic Entertainment production.